What is it about West Virginians, and Joe, I'll start with you and go to Shelley. What is it about West Virginians, a sense of supporting each other? And I'll tell you a quick anecdote. That tragedy in Boone County 2 weeks ago, with the football player had a hard hit in practice, and he died the next day, 13 years old. This is Boone County in Madison, a little town there. 1,500 people went to the visitation.
Oh, really?
1,500 people went to the visitation. 400 people went to the funeral. What's that say about community in West Virginia?
Well, let me just tell you, all of us in this room, you are who you are by how you were raised, where you were raised, and who raised you. That's it. Never leaves you. It never leaves you. I don't care what I do, whether it be in the president's office, sitting in the Oval Office, talking to the President of the United States. I think about Farmington, 500 people. And I said, I've got to be able to speak truth to power, but I'm always thinking about how will we do this back home. If I can't explain it back home, I don't vote for something. And if it makes sense to me, I don't care if it's a Democrat or Republican idea, I'm going to be for it. In our little town there, we had 500 people, and when they're back then, coal miners, and if a coal miner got killed in a mine, my grandfather had a little grocery store, we'd load up a little station wagon and take it to the house. That was a support system. Everybody helped each other, because that's all we had is each other. There was no social support. I remember people in commodity lines, we call them the welfare line, it was called commodity lines way back in the 50s. And people were so proud that they would turn their back to the road so you couldn't see who they were, because they had to have commodities to feed their family. I went through all of this, and my grandmother took everybody in. She believed three things. Everyone should have food, everyone should have clothing, and everyone should have shelter. That's all she cared about. And if they couldn't do it for themselves, she'd do it for them. But she had rules. She had rules. So I was raised with kind of this is the guardrails. And you got out of the rules, and my God, she let you have it. And it was always someone drinking. And she would say, they'd come in, they'd jump off the train and come down to our house. And it was funny, but we had names for everybody. We had Deloy, we had Peg Leg Peggy, we had Wilbur Willie. We had everybody. And Peg Leg Peggy, he got his leg stuck in the railroad track one time, and he had a wooden peg leg, and we had to pull him out before he got hit by the train. So I remember all this stuff and these people, and I said, Mama Kay, where's Deloy today? She said, oh, honey, he's on a toot again. Any of you remember the toot that you drink on the bottle? So she said, he'll be back 4 or 5, maybe 15 weeks. But they went in a circle. And when they come there, they had to paint, they had to work, they couldn't cuss they couldn't cuss, had to work, and they couldn't smoke. That's all. That was their 3 rules.
No, they couldn't drink.
Oh, drinking was a big thing. Oh, yeah.
I've heard this story.
They knew.